us alone. Charlie didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Town of Light has you control the character Renee as you revisit an abandoned psychiatric asylum you were once incarcerated in. As you explore the building, you uncover what really happened there. You do this by investigating journals and scraps of paper with written details. You'll also discover pages dotted about of Renee's diary, which gives you more of an insight into the character. Upon arriving at the asylum, you'll be greeted with lush, overgrown vegetation, and once inside you'll find creepy and claustrophobic halls and rooms. The place really does feel like an abandoned asylum, which makes sense as the game's building is an exact replica of a real-life asylum. Rooms are filled with former machinery and bottles and graffiti from trespassers. The sound plays a pivotal role in the game. Footsteps filling creepy silence adds a certain atmosphere, and ambient tracks work well when needed. The voiceover sounds great too, and really gets you invested into the plot. Now, I'm assuming by now you've seen the graphics and gameplay and thought, wow, this doesn't look very good. Well, the graphics and animations can be quite rough and the gameplay is very minimal. I guess you could call this one of those walking simulator games. There are a few puzzles dotted through the story, but they feel less like puzzles, more like taking something from A to B without any thought. That being said, I feel that parts of the game that are lacking are totally made up for with the story, characters, and overall experience. There are several points in the game you have to make choices which slightly affect the path your character takes. While this isn't a horror game with jump scares and an overall threat, Town of Light can be a horrifying experience. The game tries to depict what really happened in these types of asylums during the era the game is setting. The game depicts some harrowing scenes through some interactive segments and some cartoon style artwork, which I feel works really well. Knowing what you see in this game happen to a lot of people in real life can be a lot more unsettling than most horror games on the market. Finding out how your character became troubled mentally is quite hard hitting, and I was emotionally invested, partially as I could relate to things I'd seen and people I knew in real life. Town of Light shows the horrors of mental health and the horrors of how it used to be treated. It's a game that lacks good gameplay and graphics, but I still recommend you experience it for yourself.